We are going camping next weekend. There's a few things I got to do to get this ready before we hit the road. Minor things. We're not going to do a whole lot. I have this window here. You can kind of see the zip tie holding it closed. There's like a plastic, like horseshoe-shaped clip that's supposed to hold that in. I have new ones of those. So this window and I think this front one here also need it. You can see kind of. So I'll replace those. We need to vacuum and just kind of do a general cleanup in here. We need to get our stuff put in and pack it in and see how we're doing. The other thing, I have a couple new window caps. These are just aluminum caps over the windows, so this one's missing. So that will go something like there. So I want to put those on. And I got the long one for the back window here. Not sure, you can see they put this piece of like aluminum channel there, so I don't know, I may actually not bother with this one right now. It does have a gutter, so I don't know, that one I might hold off on. But then the other thing up here, this seam had some sealant on there, and I think I accidentally pulled it apart in the winter when we were moving. I kind of had to jack this up a little bit funny to get it out of its frozen home at our other house. And I think I separated that. So I'm gonna put new sealant on that corner. I've kind of just popped it back together. Basically from here down to the bottom. Seal that up. There's no other leaks that I'm aware of. I guess we're gonna find out. The weather stripping in this window is falling out and not looking so good, but we might just kind of leave that alone for now. I do have like butyl rubber. I don't have the weather stripping, but I have like a butyl rubber sticky stuff, I guess, that I used on this one. You can kind of see the gray behind there, so that's working. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Interesting. I guess I didn't notice that there's a gap at the top of that window. Not sure, I could have sworn I had that in there. I wonder if this thing, now that it's warm, is drooping. Huh. Alright, I'll take a look at that. I think that's pretty much it, just to get us going this first time. We're really not going to do a whole lot this first time. Basically going to see what we want, what we're missing, and go from there. Next trip will be in June, mid-June. So that'll give us a month to add whatever we want. I've got this rubber flex leak stopper. Never used it. That's what they had at Tractor Supply. We'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we'll rip it off and I'll use real, silicone. Might be what this is, but I don't know. We'll see. Smooth that out a little bit. Oh boy, maybe not. That's gonna look ugly. It's basically dry already. That's interesting. So look great, but it is really clear for now. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see if that works. Little side note here. This is our goose. It's a Canada goose that has taken up residence on our lawn, mostly because of our pool. So yeah, we don't know if it's a he or a she. It kind of wanders around, sits around. If you get too close, it'll hiss. So we're not gonna get too close, but yeah, that's fun. Sometimes there's two, sometimes, but mostly just this one. And there's like 6 more that live at the neighbor's house, it seems like. So I don't know if this one got ostracized or found the pool and is like, hey guys, you should come visit. I don't know, but this is our pet goose. All right, you can kind of see what's going on with this window. I undid the zip tie, so if we open it up, it's that little plastic clip there. That's supposed to ride, oh boy, in this groove right here as you crank out that arm, and it's I'll crank the arm out, but there's a little thing that's supposed to hold that closed, and it's broken. So I've got new ones, and then the trick is just gonna be to get it into that groove and then back through this arm somehow with my, I don't know, need to figure out some magic fingers or something, I guess. All right, I have really no idea how to do this. So here's the conundrum. This nylon piece is supposed to fit inside that groove there. And there's like little I don't know, like wings or whatever that keep it in. So I've got the arm extended out as far as it'll go. And I was thinking it kind of flares out at the bottom, so I was like, oh, maybe I can squeeze it in the bottom, but the arm hits on the window frame. I can't get that arm up anymore. And when I bring the window down, now the nylon is too far out and doesn't go into the wide spot. So I'm not sure. I gotta play with this a little bit more. I can't find anything online either. Here's the other conundrum. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see this, but these screw heads, I was gonna take the mechanism off so you kind of move it around. These screw heads are like, I don't even know what you'd call that, like some sort of security head or something. It's like not a flat head, it's not a square, it's not really any shape I've ever seen. So I'm gonna see if my vice grips will get it out. All right, I got it. So turns out these funny looking screw heads, a Phillips head more or less kind of fits in there. Not great, but basically I got these loose with the vice grips, and then I was able to get the screwdriver to take it out. And then once that was loose, then I could kind of change the angle and get it to fit, get the nylon thing to fit into the track. So, window goes up, and here's the key. Does the window close? That was the problem. Is it wouldn't? Yes. Now, see, the window is closed and locked closed. When we were driving home, when we bought it, this window was just flapping open on the highway. So we had to put that zip tie on. This is great. All right, so now I can fix the other ones too. Excellent. Okay. I fixed this window. This one was loose and missing the clip, so I got that fixed. This one, I think the mechanism to like close it is kind of messed up. It doesn't quite close tightly, so I gotta look at that. Got the door hinge lubricated. It's just like a piano hinge, so it's kind of stiff. So I put some WD-40 in there and then some silicone lube. So that's moving much better. Got the hubcaps on. Got this window fixed. I sealed around the edges where basically you could see straight into the inside. Put the little gutter on, so that looks all right. This one I'm gonna hold off on. I'm not sure what to do with this piece of like aluminum track that they put there, so I'm gonna think about that one a little bit before I do anything. This window, it will close, but it's like, it takes two people, because you gotta kind of hold the latch on the inside and somebody needs to push it from the outside. So I think, again, the mechanism might be stripped out or something. But I think we're pretty much, mechanically ready to hit the road. I need to, vacuum and clean and that sort of stuff on the inside. But we're gonna head to Pennsylvania next week, and hopefully I'll make it, and hopefully we can all survive sleeping in that thing for 2 nights, and we'll see how it goes. We're bringing the tent just in case. We're getting ready to go camping in our Scotty for the first time, and it came with this stove oven deal. It's obviously not original, and it's very rusty. When I drove this to the DMV to get it registered, it dumped rust all over the floor. So I think we're gonna take it out. We definitely don't want an oven. It would be nice to have a couple burners, but we don't need this big old thing. So I'm gonna pull it out, and for now we'll just have an empty box, and I think eventually we will put something else in here. There's a lot of things going on here. So they cut, this is, I believe, the original countertop with the built-in sink. They cut that along here, all along the back, and this side to get this thing to fit. So it's already been pretty well hacked up. They cut out the side support for the drawers to make this fit, which is lovely. And then they used, there's a bracket here that they had a sheet metal screw right into the side of the oven to hold this up. They had a couple Phillips screws into these brackets, into the Luan here, so those weren't doing a whole lot. How did it focus? There we go. So a couple brackets. So this is barely held in here. Like I said, it's very rusty. And then I just pull this top off here. Looking inside, to unhook the gas. Let's see if we can get a little light. Here we go. It's pretty rusty, especially this corner here. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna use this. I think we're gonna take it out and bring it right to recycling, because this is pretty junk. So I'm just gonna disconnect the propane line, and I may either, we're not sure yet, if I can get a plug or cap or something for this. We might cap it off and leave the propane tank on so that we can use the hot water. There's a hot water heater under the bed over there, and there's an outdoor shower, so that would be kind of nice. Here you can see the shower head right there. That'd be kind of nice. It's supposed to be pretty hot. We're gonna be doing some hiking, but if I can't get that locally right now, today, we're leaving tomorrow morning, then I'll just pull the propane tank off. We won't have hot water, but we won't have an issue with accidentally having it opened up. So that's where we are. I'm gonna get this line unhooked, get this thing out of here, and see what we're working with. All right, got it out. It actually didn't fit through the door. I had to tip it sideways and kind of jam it through, but we made it. I mean, this is like a, I don't know, 20-inch door or something, but got it out. Let's see what we got in here. Nice big hole. I think these used to have a cooktop built in, so it's possible that this is you know, this gas line would have been here. You can see right here, that's where the support used to come up, and it used to connect back here. And so they've cut all that out. So I don't know, I may try to reconstruct this side today so that we have something kind of blocking. I just noticed you can see the outside, so I'll block that up. Yeah, I may build a box or build an edge or something for this real quick. I think that's plywood there with a nice fake brick on it. We'll just leave that. Maybe we'll put our cooler there or something. The other thing, we've got a fridge, so that's cool. But obviously also fridge not original, hacked up the opening, really good stuff. We're not really set up to use the fridge. We're not camping in an area with electricity, and we don't have solar panels or a generator right now. This is a 110 volt fridge. Now, ideally, I'd like to get solar panels. I'd like to get a small generator, and it'd be really cool if we could get a 12 volt fridge, because it's going to be a little bit more efficient than running it through an inverter. But that being said, I'm going to try. I have an inverter. I don't know if it's big enough to run this little fridge, so I'm going to try that. And if that works, then I have a few batteries. There's one battery in the trailer already, and I got 2 more. So I think I'm going to charge those up. You can see up in the front, I don't know, the black panel there, that's the electric panel. So there's a battery in there. Let's see if we can't run this fridge, at least for a day or 2 off of the batteries. And then we don't have to really worry about ice and the cooler. We're only going for 2 days, so we'll see how that works out. I'm going to play with that today. Alright, so we're about an hour from home. Stopped for a bathroom break and discovered there is no longer a window here. So I'm not really sure where it is. I don't know if it was glass or plexi. I replaced this one with some plexiglass. But yeah, there's no glass inside. It must have just blown off, I guess, but that's a good start to our trip. We're also losing some weather stripping, and all our water in our water tank is leaking out the fill. But yeah, I guess we'll be fixing a window when we get home, and for now, maybe, I don't know, plastic bag or something. We'll sort it out.
All right, what do we have here?
This camping trip is brought to you by Ziploc brand replacement windows. New product just hitting the market. Excellent flashing using foil-backed duct sealing tape. And this should be structural up to at least 15 miles an hour. So we made it home with minimal damage. The window, this is my my Ziploc bag and foil tape fix. This actually held the whole way home, you know, going 65 to 68 miles an hour. So that's pretty impressive. Didn't leak, didn't fall out. Definitely gonna fix that, but that held. Let's see what else. I think everything else on the outside really was fine. Couple things on the inside that we probably want to deal with. Minor. We lost this piece of trim up here. The roads that we were driving on were really, really rough. So we lost that trim. You can see in the sink there's, like, you know, pieces of wood chips. That's coming, like, all these cabinets. This has some stuff, but, you know, all that these wood chips are coming out of the ceiling, and I think the roof of this camper is all rotted, and it's just all falling, so it's gets kind of everywhere. It's kind of a mess. We need to deal with that maybe at some point. Another thing is our vent has started to fall out of the rotten wood that it's screwed into. So yeah, this piece of plywood is really pretty rough, and I think we're gonna have to deal with that sooner than later. Other than that, I think everything went pretty well. Some changes we want to do. So we have the fridge. We ran the fridge for Friday night and Saturday. I had a second battery, but that battery didn't work. So we unfortunately could not run the fridge, and we had to throw away a bunch of food because it got too warm on Sunday on our drive home. So I think what we want to do is maybe get some solar panels so we can keep our battery charged up and run the fridge. We also have, this is the rear bed where Mary and I slept one night. There's a nice crack here in the cushions, and so you fall right into that. That's not very comfortable. The boys slept here one night, the first night, and we slept over here, and that thing is really small. So the next night we switched, and that was way better. But yeah, on the whole, pretty successful trip. Some little things to do here and there to make this more kind of resilient to the rough roads and more useful for us. But on the whole, we're pretty happy, and it was still way better than sleeping in a tent. It was raining when we got there. We set it up. It was all dry. So I think that'll wrap it up.